What is going on, mortals? Mortal T here, and today, as you can see, we're back on some more Ark Survival Evolved, because I'm doing another resource best spots kind of video. Today we'll be going to be covering metal, some of the best spots on the Lost Island map for a lot of metal. The first location I'm going to show you also has quite a lot of obsidian, which I would also suggest that you collect because obsidian is very good for making polymer, which polymer is also very good for making a bunch of other stuff. So our first location is over on the volcano. So let me just show you on the map exactly where we are. So as you can see, we're on the volcano part of the Lost Island map. Let me give you also the coordinates, which are 20.1, 66.8. So let's put that away. So as you can see over here, we have a really high density metal and then not so high density metal, but this is a path that leads all the way up to the volcano, so you can actually follow a path that goes up. So once you've got that bit, you want to come round and just keep going around this corner, and you're going to see more metal and obsidian to your left. Right here we got 3 more nodes of metal, 4 more nodes of obsidian, which is really good. We want to continue up the hill, and you're going to see at least 3 more nodes of metal and a bunch more nodes of obsidian. If you go further up, there's more obsidian here as well. So it's like a little route that you can take, but it will yield you a half decent amount of metal. So that is the first location. Let's move on to the next one. Here we are at the next location, mortals. Now this one, I got recommendations. You're going to need good fortitude to deal with a lot of heat. You're going to need a good flyer that's got a lot of weight, a bunch of water and stuff to rehydrate yourself, and that's about it. But you're going to realize what we need once I show you how much metal there is. This one is dangerous because there is a lot of lava near the very vicinity of this metal, but there is a lot, and I mean a lot, of high density metal here. So let's start off at the location. This is yet again another route that I'm going to show you that you should take in order to get a bunch of really good metal. So on the map, we're still in the lava biome or volcano biome, or whatever you want to call it. The coordinates that we are starting at are 31.2, 66.3. So I am going to show you. On the left hand side we have some really good metal nodes. On the right hand side we have some very good metal nodes. So that's what, 9 metal nodes right there. Okay, that's pretty good. But we are going to go into this cave right here with a bunch of purple crystals lighting the way. So you'll notice on both sides heavy dense metal nodes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 or 12 or so high density metal nodes. That's just on the way in. Really good. That's a lot of metal already. Now, like I said, I would recommend a flyer. You can get a walker in here, a dino that walks, but I think it's going to be really dangerous, especially if it's got high movement speed, and also wyverns. So keep your eye out for those. So yeah, I recommend a flyer just because you can get away a lot quicker. So you want to come in. You just want to follow this lava all the way down, you will notice along your route there is going to be a bunch more of high density metal nodes. You want to keep to the left hand side right here. We do not want to cross over. Keep to the left until you get over to this bit. This is still on the left hand side, but as you can see, if we go down here, boom, 3 more nodes. You've got 2 more nodes there, 3 more nodes there, 3 there, 3 there. It just goes on and on in this cave. The amount of metal that you can collect will be absolutely ridiculous. And that's not even the end. Once you've got all that and your bird or your flyer is still not encumbered, you can then hop on. You want to hop on your flying mount and then cross over to the right and keep following this lava all the way down. You'll notice to your right there is 3 more metal nodes. Over to the left there are 3 more metal nodes. And honestly, that is about it. You can try and continue following this lava pit, but you will not run into anything like more high density metal nodes. As you can see, there's just not. So you really want to just stop about here. This is where you want to stop. I would stick inside as there isn't like too many creatures. There are some scorpions and some other things, but you're going to get a lot of metal just from inside this cave. If you really wanted to, you could set up a forge just right in here. It would also stop a bunch of creature spawns as well. So yeah, this is probably the best cave to get all of your metal that you'll ever need. So that is a route that I would take. But let's move on to the next location. This location, mortals, is a lot easier. So if you do not want to risk yourself and your dinos and all the stuff that you have in your inventory, this is the place for you. It will not lead you a ton of metal, but you will get some and you will be safe doing so. So this is a location if you just want to be safe and you don't really particularly care how much metal you get in just one run. So quickly on the map, we are nowhere near the lava biome, as you can see. And I'm just going to jump down here. I'm going to tell you the coordinates, which are 69.5, 40.1. Once you have those coordinates, you're probably wondering, we're in a forest and there isn't like anything around, but there is metal nodes here. You just have to look for them. So just below the rock I was on, there are at least 3 metal nodes here, and as you can see, 2 of these, this one and this one, are high density rocks, metal nodes, so you will be able to get a decent amount of metal from them. But it is not over. If you follow this kind of path that goes up into the woods and we circle round to the left, you will walk into another metal node, which is right here. And if you just continue up again, you're going to come across like this kind of area. But if you look to your left, you're going to find another high density metal node. So it's roughly about 5 metal nodes, and at least 3 of them are high density. So you're going to get a half decent amount of metal. But the important thing is that you are going to be safe getting your metal. So with this nice, easy, slow pace location out the way, let's move on to the next one. The next location is in the desert. So if you're actually living in the desert on the Lost Island map, you're basically away from everything just because the desert part of this map is just split off. I'm going to show you on the map. The whole bottom part is desert, and there's like a great water divide between like the main island and the desert section. So if you live in here, getting stuff might be pretty hard because you're gonna need like a decent flyer to get to the other side of the map. But for metal, there is quite an abundance of metal in the desert. You just need to know where to look. So as you can see, I'm actually over here where it says it's water, but it's really not. It's actually desert. It's land. I'm standing on land. I'm going to give you the coordinates of exactly where I am as well, because this is where we're going to start. So the coordinates are 87.9, 26.7. Once you get here, you're going to be confused of where to look, because the metal does blend in with like the sandy color of the desert. It can be quite hard to find, but exactly where I told you those coordinates, there are two metal nodes. There's a heavy density metal node and then just a normal regular metal node. But this is what we are looking for, and as you can see, it does kind of blend in quite well. From here, you're going to look on big rocks. I don't know exactly what to call these things, but looking straight over from here, there is two more metal nodes on this one. As you can see, we have another high density one and then just a regular one. These are the kind of structures that we're looking for. These are going to contain a lot of metal for you. So just in them two, we have 4 nodes. So as you can see, we got a bunch of these that spread throughout the entire desert. Just be careful because you are next to the barrier right here. But once you've got them two, just keep walking over to these like really tall sandy rock structures, and you're going to notice there's more metal nodes on that one. If you come over to here, there's more metal nodes on this one. If you continue around the back of here next to the barrier, you will notice more metal nodes right here, another one right there. So that is a half decent amount of metal that you can get in the desert. Yes, the desert can be quite dangerous with all its aggressive dinos that live here, but I think it's probably a lot safer than going to the volcano, where you could accidentally fall in, kill yourself and kill your dino and lose all your stuff. At least in the desert, if something eats your body, you're still going to drop a pack with all of your items. But with this location out of the way, mortals, let's move on to the last one that I have for you. Here we are at the last location, mortals. Now honestly, in my opinion, this is probably the best location because it's the easiest to deal with and you will still get really good amount of metal. Now we are in the desert, we're on the opposite side to where we were last time, so let me just pull up the map and show you. So as you can see, we're now in the bottom right hand corner, as we were in the last one was in like the bottom left hand corner. And honestly, like I said, this is probably the best spot maybe in the map, just because it is the easiest. There isn't really a lot of creatures in here, like you said. There is a scorpion walking past, and there's going to be some others, but not a lot, not something that you can't really deal with. So the starting point for this is going to be 84.778. Those are the coordinates where I am going to start at and show you the abundance of metal that is actually here. So we have at least 4 nodes right there on this rock, just circling around. There's at least 3 more over there, 2 more over here. Don't go anywhere, we're going to go around this big one. There's some more metal nodes over there, more metal nodes over there. And if you just want to keep following this up, and there's more metal nodes over here. So like I said, there's a decent amount of metal nodes, and as you can see, there's actually not a lot of dangerous creatures that spawn over here. The only downside to this area that it is far away from a lot of places. So as you can see, yet again, there's more metal nodes here. It is far away from anything else on the map, just because it is on the desert side of the map. But Moors, there are all the locations that I have found that are either really high in density that will give you a good amount, or they're just really easy to get to and easy to deal with because there's not a lot of bad creatures about, or no bad creatures about whatsoever. So I hope it helps you out. If you have any suggestions for resources that you would like me to cover in this type of video, let me know down in the comments below. I'll happily look into it for you, and I'll hopefully see you Moors in the next video.